A warm welcome to Joburg Today. I'm Zizi Ndevu. The Johannesburg Parks, Cemeteries and Zoos book launch will have you clued up about your favorite city.
Today was a book launch. It's a book launch that reflects on the journey we've traveled as a company, as a city, as a people, as a nation, to reflect on our relationship, a dialectic relationship between the community of Johannesburg with its infrastructure, in particular the green spaces, the open spaces, the nature reserves we have, the plants, the animals, and to actually reflect on what is it that we have as a heritage in our own city. There's a very fundamental message about this book. It contributes to the national agenda of building a nation. It contributes to a national agenda of promoting social cohesion, but equally it's about the reflection of the journey we have come from as a country, as a nation, and as a continent.
It was good to consolidate writing that I've been doing for a number of years into one publication. You have to record the history and heritage of the city, and I think particularly for the young generation who are coming up, who don't necessarily know about the rich heritage that we do have in terms of the characters and the events and the places that have made up the history of Joburg. And I hope it not only encourages reading, but it encourages some insight for Joburg school children particularly into where they should be going, where they've come from in terms of who's made up the city's history.
Now we got the internet. We're in competition with the internet all the time than publications. However, if it's written, it's documented, it's history. And we've got to make sure that the history is implanted in people to understand where their heritage, their roots, and their future comes from and goes to.
With the rich history of Johannesburg, it is imperative that one learns their evolution. Once a mining camp to now a golden metropolis. I'm Riley Saganiposakwe for Joburg Today.
Hey, I'm Santi Famark and you're watching Joburg Today.
Join the conversation on our Facebook page, joburgtoday.tv. Follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. And if you're on the move, then pockettv.mobi. That's pocket with an I. The Nikki Bush Toy Talk informed parents about how toys can be both fun and educational.
Toy Talk has been going in Joburg for the last 9 years, and it really is about giving parents the opportunity to see, touch and feel before they purchase games and toys for their children. I was inspired to start running these events after watching consumer behavior and seeing how confused parents would become when they were doing the annual journey to the toy shop and how much money they would waste buying things that were inappropriate for their children, just falling into the marketing trap or falling into the request from their children as opposed to knowing what to buy for their children. It's so important for parents to educate themselves on child development, otherwise they can fall into a trap of buying something inappropriate. So our events at Toy Talk, it's a combination between entertainment and education. So they're 3-hour extravaganzas where we take parents through the developmental paces, and they get to see toys that are matched to that developmental age and stage, and they know that everything that they're buying is high quality, both educational and entertaining.
I think it's fantastic. I think Nikki inspires moms and dads, and I'm pleased to see we have got a dad here tonight. She just inspires them to play with their children and to find different toys to do different things with.
I just know that this is an excellent event if you want to come and do your Christmas shopping, but also if you really care about buying toys for your children that are educational and have value, rather than pieces of plastic that they're going to get bored with after a little while.
There's a huge amount we gain, but we actually use this event to purchase the toys for Christmas, be it from a family member to another family member, or actually from Father Christmas too. It's one of those opportunities where Father Christmas can fill those stockings with really educational toys. And in fact, this evening, one of the toys, we've already sent a message over to Granddad over in Toronto, because Nikki is so up to date with everything that's happening overseas. And we've sent him off to the iStore to please get briefed and up to date on how to use these toys that we're going to be filling those stockings with this year.
If Santa Claus was a lady, then Nikki Bush is the perfect choice. With knowledge of children and toys, Toy Talk provides the perfect platform to share her insights on your little ones. I am Riley Saganiposakwe for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Samantha Jessamine and you're watching Joburg Today.
The Tsogasang Arts Academy gave children the opportunity to craft their talent at a young age.
The program, yes, is about taking kids off the street, giving them something that they love to do, but while they don't realize it, at the same time they're learning life skills. And some of the softer skills you can't always teach people. It's discipline, it's time management, it's commitment to your fellow dancers. So there's a responsibility and accountability. You know, if there's a space missing on stage, you know it. But it's also then about an integrity of the person, and they suddenly start to discover that. And those things are just as important as the technical skills.
When I look at these kids, it reminds me of when I was young, which kind of tells everybody out there that it doesn't start once you leave school. It starts right here when you're this young, when there are opportunities like this for you to get onto stage.
Well, you know, I was very fortunate in that I was exposed to music and arts from a young age, and I think that was very influential on me growing up. And I think that that's something that the previous generation has a responsibility to give the next generation the chance to express themselves.
The most important thing they taught me was it's not about who you are, it's about who you want to be.
I have learned a lot of things, how we should behave, to be professional dancers, what we should do and shouldn't do, including on stage, backstage, we shouldn't eat, how to treat people, to be kind, to appreciate what we get.
It's these moments that are going to make these kids great when they grow up.
It's just amazing to see what these kids are capable of and what they're doing. I feel like it's my kid up there, you know, I feel so proud to see them.
What we're also finding is they're starting to become sort of peer leaders amongst their friends, you know, and encouraging their friends to do the right thing and helping them to make right choices. And by taking them off the street, if you can help that in any way, what a joy.
The Tsogasang Arts Academy unleashes the potential of hundreds of less privileged children from the areas of Mayfair and Diepsloot, Johannesburg, giving them a chance to express themselves in an artistic and skilled manner. I'm Butimalo Larato Kwena for Joburg Today.
This is Yolanda, and you're watching Joburg Today.
For more stories on the city, check out our special focus section, as well as Joburg in your pocket for all that's happening in and around Johannesburg. That's it from me, Zizi. I leave you with Joburg's version of Happy by Pharrell Williams.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Friends to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, bring me down. I say, 'cause I'm